I will start recording and we'll see what. Hopefully it will
Okay.
work.
So are we recording?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to Arrival. And I'm going to explain the basics of the game. We've got 3 players, Marcin and Lucas and myself, Phil Eklund. And this is a game where a starship from Earth or from the system Sol has arrived at an alien planet, and we're going to try to choose the worlds and then bioform a species to fit the worlds, and then see who can come up with the best society and most population and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go, without explaining anything on the rules yet, I just want to go through the planet selection procedure. And we're going to look at this deck, and I'm going to try to shuffle it. This is called the star cards. 3. Okay. So the top one, the top one is called Sirius A. And Sirius A is going to be our star for today. It's 8.5 light years from Sol, and we've just arrived here on our starship. So the rest of the star cards are not going to be used. We'll just leave them underneath here, and we're only looking at this top card. For Sirius A, also Sirius B, a small white dwarf. So the important part here is that there are 2 worlds called Small, also called Leeton, and Store. So the small world and the big world. The small one is a cannonball planetoid. And I'm ashamed and embarrassed to say that Cannonball Planetoid is not ready yet. I haven't done it yet. So we're going to need another planetoid. Marcin, can you find a planetoid from the box? Yeah. That's a planet. We need a planetoid.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. So put that over the
Left one or right one?
right one. The smaller one is to the right. My boss says it's because, think of Norway and Sweden. Anyway, so this is a troglodyte planetoid that is orbiting. It's actually orbiting the white dwarf, and it's a really, really, really cold thing. We've got ice here, and then liquid methane here, even colder, and here is rain out. So this favors very, very cold species. It's got 5 levels, and there's orbital level here, the sky level here. There's not much of a sky on this planet. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. If it's warm, we've got just about atmospheric pressure. And then at the ground level, we've got, on the warm side, it's livable even by humans. Then we've got an underground, which is an ice level, and then under that we've got a sub-ice ocean. So there are many planets or worlds or moons in our own solar system and system Sol that have sub-ice oceans or subsurface oceans, and these are common in high frontier too. So let's see Store, the big planet, and this is, it says either substar. So we've got one substar here, but there should be another substar, and we should pick one randomly.
Not this one. This one, right?
Yes, that is a substar, a brown dwarf substar. So roll the dice, and
Okay.
even will have the brown dwarf, and odd will have the Hycean.
Uh,
Even brown dwarf. So
okay, so I will change those.
thank you very much for operating these controls.
Marching is skeleton of this.
Did you have a question, Lucas?
No. I said Martin is skillet with operating these controls.
Yeah, he's too clever. We have to show him his place here. So, one thing that I want you to do, Marcin, is roll the dice for this climate.
Okay, so 2 dice?
Just one.
1, okay. 1.
One. All right. So what that means is that we're going to place this here because you see the little number 1 right there.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the same over here. So roll another dice.
5. Okay, I see.
Yeah. All right. Now, another thing that we need to do is we need to populate the air, trenches, and surface of these planets. Starting with store, we're going to need to have on every one of these little climate dots or these little lake dots, we have to put a disk of that color. And while you're doing that planet, I'm going to do the other one.
So this blue is this
Yeah,
kind
blue
of...
is green. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No problem.
How come whenever I grab a disc, the whole board rotates instead? What am I doing wrong? No.
Oh, I need to lock it. Now it should be fine.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay, so those are predefined, right? So we put it
Yeah,
in the dots.
on the dots.
On the dots, yeah. And this is white side.
Yeah, so you put it on the ice side. All the water is double-sided, either liquid or ice.
And also on the planet's surface, right?
And on the planet's surface as well. And also here down in the trenches. So there are 5 levels, like I described, but 3 of them have special, 3 of the levels have special characteristics. The sky is in this row right here, and any chemicals that are in the sky will have discs there, including hydrocarbons here, humidity here, and sulfur fumes here. That's all in the sky. This level is the ground level, and the discs here are called lakes. And on this planet, which is very cold, we've got 3 ice lakes, and at the North Pole, we've got a pool of methane. And then down here in the trenches, we have some lava, which might erupt during the course of the game. So this is, these lakes are important because they can be farmed. Actually, any of these could conceivably be farmed. If they're on the surface, if you farm the surface, then you place a figure on what you're farming. But the figure has to be the same color as the lake that you're farming. So remembering that in this game, blue and green are the same, this is a possible farm.
So if later on the climate, for example, will change and this water will vaporize, then the meeple is
Yeah.
discarded?
If this lake melts, for instance, this one here melts, it might turn to liquid, or it could boil, in which case it'll go and add to the humidity in the air.
Yeah, but what if there is a farm here? So let's
Yes.
say like this, and this will, I don't know, turn into the ice. This meeple, this farmer.
This meeple has a chance to try to migrate to another place where he can farm. He can also try to parachute to another level, which has room for him in a hab, but otherwise he will die.
Okay, I see. And what
You can
gives you
also,
farms, except for example, VPs?
well, the most important thing about farms is right here. Maybe it's the most important, unplay tested. In other words, it gives you another figure, and the more figures you have, the more the more work you can do. So we've got our worlds, and now I'm going to flip over the star card to its other side. This side's only the setup side. Oh, damn it. Can you flip over just the top one, Marcin?
Yep.
All right. So now this is the in-play side. It shows what happens if events occur on this star. And the events are either radioactive fallout or a hypercane can occur on both, on small, it's a radioactive planet, and it's a very unstable hypercane planet or giant hurricane planet on store. Okay, so now these here are the habs, and let's try to spread them out instead of having them in a pile.
Okay, so I create this hub display.
Yeah, a good hab display. So orderly. I think there's 2 copies of each hab.
Okay, so I will, because this orbital will start here, right? So
Actually, the starship will start there. We're in Lagrange, not in orbit.
Sure,
the orbit here is a low orbit.
So what's the point of having 2 starship? Wait.
There's no point to having 2. We should eliminate one, I think. But at any rate.
Okay, so this one, and let me just quickly rearrange those 2. This is trench. This is orbital.
Geez, I'd almost think you're German. Your insistence on order here.
No.
No. That'd be a mistake.
But I'm blue-eyed and white hair, so
yeah.
Maybe my ancestor was.
Yes, this is possible. All right, so we're ready to, I think, pick our. First of all, we're going to pick our species, but first of all, everyone should grab 3 beryllium and 3 bombs.
But we still don't know the species. Okay.
We don't know the species yet, but so the concept is that you're allowed to look at these worlds and decide what species you want to be and how much you're really willing to bid to get these species. Now, the beryllium, or the white ones, are good for building stuff. You need beryllium to build habs and vehicles, which is really important. The red ones are bombs, which, besides blowing each other up, they're also useful for starship fuel to be able to build a new starship to go somewhere else, which is an end condition of this game. Let's jump right to the end game conditions here. I'm going to look at the political assembly here. And there's 4 end games at the moment. And this one right here is the starship one I was describing. And it's called the Cyrus end game. And if the Cyrus is constructed and there's at least 10 red beads, or actually that should be orange beads. I keep changing the color. But at any rate, 10 reddish beads, which represents starship fuel. And these are red beads are collective. They're 10 owned by all the players collectively. Then what we do is we say, okay, the game is going to end in a starship victory. So we put this into the wheel. It doesn't matter which one. And in 6 generations, the starship endgame will happen, and the player with the most reddish beads will win. Now, on the other hand, there's the Darwin endgame. Now, as it stands right now, the Darwin endgame is if some player is eliminated, then we go into a cooperative game whereby the extinct players and the other players try to get as many points cooperatively, and there's no game winner. And this also will throw this into the wheel, and we count up points at the end of 6 generations. This game, the automobile, or bill, to use the Swedish word, happens if there is the automobile vehicle constructed and there is enough oxygen or methane to support internal combustion engines and cars running all over the place. And the final one is called Crusade, and this is if this revolution and this revolution are generated, then we'll start we'll throw this endgame into the wheel.
You mean both of them or either?
Both.
Both. Mm-hmm.
Now they can be generated by moving your delegate into these spots. This spot will start the noosphere religious cult, and this one will start the human biped war. The biped fish war. The aliens are fish on this planet, and so if we move delegates into here and here, then we'll throw this into the game and into the wheel. And the game will end 6 generations later. So it says reputation on here. These are all special end game conditions, and the reputation means how far your delegate is from the center. So this center is a reputation of 0, and this all the way out here is a reputation of 3 if it's in the edges. So reputation is important to win the Crusade game. And for the automobile ending, you want to have as many figures as possible, meeples, and the most red beads if you have a starship, because that's starship fuel. And martyrdom, there is no winner. It's just try to get collectively as many points as possible. So that's how the game ends, and the winner.
How to build the spaceship? I think it's this figure, right?
Correct.
So what are, I don't know, the precondition to build the Cyrus?
There are two preconditions, and they're shown here. One, it's an urban vehicle, so a city has to exist. That's what this icon means, little city. And then the other prerequisite is there has to be collectively at least 10 red beads.
And then the
But
action to build the...
there's one more thing. All construction is shown on the work table here. So you've got to build it. And it will be built in the L1 position. The L1 Lagrange is an orbit that lies in between these two, and it's located right here. Now, let me say one, before you ask more questions, this starship is suffering station fall, so to speak, to use my son's game. It only has 6 turns before it enters the atmosphere and destroys itself. So we'll use this token right here to show that when it goes all the way around and gets to the now, in 6 turns, the starship will be blown up. Now, humans will be starting in these slots, but they'll have to have found a place to live on a hab or farm somewhere on one of the planets. If they're still on board when station fall occurs, then they'll go extinct and we'll start the Dodo endgame. So with all that prerequisites, I'm almost ready to start the auction for species, because we've arrived at the planet. There are also aliens, possibly there are an alien player. If they are, they would be living here in the trench level of store. They live in the liquid diamond oceans of the brown dwarf. And we'll start a hab there, and we'll start the aliens here. And that would be player purple. So when you if you auction, and this auction's coming up, you'll be auctioning for for first pick and first player. First pick means you get to pick one of the 6 species, and the species are in player colors that match the climate colors and the disk colors and the lake colors. So you want to pick a species that has, well, the most living spots, basically. And if I look at the brown dwarf, it's got 3 lakes. It's also got 3 water lakes. It's also got a methane lake.
4 lakes. I forgot to put one here.
You fool. I thought you were clever.
I didn't see the dot.
Okay. All right. So there's 4 lakes here. So there's possibly 4 places to live. Now, these 2 sulfur in the sky are can be farmed by what's called aeroplankton, plankton that flies. So player yellow is able to farm those 2. Now, still staying with the brown dwarf, there are 5 spots on the brown dwarf for habs where people can live if they're constructed. And the temperature of the hab is significant. For instance, let's look at the sub-sky hab, this one. At our present climate, the temperature is yellow. That means that if somebody is living in this hab and they are player yellow, then they are comfortable. But if they are any other color, they are uncomfortable. And uncomfortable meeples can be infiltrated. A meeple that's comfortable can move in and kick them out by using the infiltrate action. So you can build habs anywhere and you can live in habs anywhere, but if a comfortable species moves in, then you will be kicked out. So some of the layers, actually all of the layers, have two colors. And you are comfortable if either of those colors are in this level. So if you build a city on Store, the big planet, you can't be kicked out if you're either yellow or green. Is that clear? Does anyone have any questions? Because this is perhaps the most important feature of the game.
So
It's
right
clear.
now, if climate is like this, marked, so purple player does not have comfortable places.
Correct.
But it still can live here, right? But
It can still live there, but can be kicked out. It's if they'll be if you pick player purple, you will be vulnerable. You will be it'll be hard. Now you are allowed to what's called trench farm. There are things called trench farms, and they could trench farm on this I-7 that's deep down in the trenches. And they can't be kicked out of there because they're comfortable there. So that's perhaps an early goal for the aliens. Should anyone choose the aliens? Of course, over here on the small planet, we've got different temperatures. Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
because there are three, let's say, normal faction and three pets. So I think one of us will have to use aliens, or can I choose like a pet of NPC? So a pet of the nation that wasn't choose.
This is let me write something down, so I have to hesitate for a second. All right. To answer your question directly, you can pick any species when it's your turn to pick, and there are three species which are pets, but if you choose a pet species and the master species, let me say this again. Let me try to say this again. If you choose a pet species, then you have to become a pet of some other player. You get to choose which player you want to become the pet of. Otherwise, you will be stuck with the aliens, which aren't in a great position in this setup. Is that understood?
Yeah.
I have a question. What does pet means?
All right. Pet means that you are that your treasury, all your money is going to be held in your treasuries. And you'll see these treasuries very rapidly here. There are three basic treasuries for the three master species. There's the aliens, player purple. There's the hikikomori, player black. These are atrophied humans who sit around in their wheelchairs and teleoperate robots. And then the classic human species. So these are the masters. If you become a pet, and this is where your money will be kept, your bombs and your beryllium. Now, if you become a pet, we're going to use these little pet treasuries, and you place them into the field of your master. If your treasury is a pet treasury, then your master has free use to use your money for stuff. But you can use each other's delegates for work, and we'll see that very soon. But And finally, if there's pet emancipation, then you take your treasury out of your masters and you become your own player without having to share your money to your master.
Mhm.
All right, that was a good question. So, Marcin, you wanted to try an open auction?
Mm, we
Let's
can.
try an open. Let's try an open auction. I'm
Wha-
not.
Okay.
If I don't know which one. We tried a blind auction last time, but if we try an open auction, we have to determine the first player, and I don't know. I'll roll this. How do you roll dice in this game?
R.
R.
Oh, R. I'm gonna roll, and I rolled a 3. Someone else rolled. The high rollers gets to start the auction.
The game is against us. I also rolled 3.
All right.
Oh,
6.
6. Okay.
And Lucas, what did you roll?
6.
6.
So
All right. So, well, roll off. I would need to know a first player. What a stupid thing. Roll 2 dice or something. I don't know. Lucas, you go first.
All right.
you
Now,
bid, right? He bids.
yeah, so you bid. And the white beads, for this purpose of this bidding only, the white beads are worth 1.5 red beads because the white beads are more valuable.
Right.
Oh, before we bid, no, not before we bid. Go ahead. Do you want? You don't have to bid anything. You can just pass if you want.
Oh, I'll be at 1. 1 red.
One red. All right, we're up to you, Marcin. I think.
And
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go clockwise, so it's up to
yeah.
me. I'm going to pass.
I also going to pass.
Oh, great.
All right.
I think the best
So,
is the one that I have.
so what you do is you donate this bomb that you bid to one of these guilds, and right now,
Which one should I choose?
I don't know, just randomly.
Ah, right. Let it be.
Lucas, wait, I'm changing the rule. Just a second. Before you choose your guilds, I want you to choose a species. You get first pick a species. I want you to pick species.
Pieces are those.
Colors.
Yeah, color. You get to pick one color. The color you like. The color you think will do well. Of course,
I think
the
you should choose this green one. I mean, it seems
blue.
like they are the best at the
Let me
beginning to
change
try
my.
to colonize this brown dwarf.
And blue is my favorite color, so I will choose blue.
all right. Because you chose blue, the next step is to shuffle this deck of Secret Society cards, shuffle them face down and draw one at random, and then take it into your hands so we can't see what it is.
Okay.
All right, looks good. Now, let me explain the Secret Society cards. And I'm going to look at the yellow one here. I'll try to anyway. Damn it. The controls aren't working for me. But if you look at the top yellow card, Secret Society card, you'll see that it's got at the bottom, is what's called your secret ideology.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ideology that you want to have a lot of delegates in on the political assembly. It's also got what's called a secret revolution. This is a revolution that you want to be in the wheel when the game ends, because that'll give you a victory point.
Okay.
And then this center thing is unimportant, ignore it. But this, which perhaps the most important feature of the game, of the cards, your secret cards, is your secret guild. This is the guild that you want to have the most funds at the end, and to have the most delegates of that shape at the end, and the guild you want to generally most promote. All right. So before you donate to a guild, we're I'm going to pick one. Since I guess I'm the second one, and I'm going to pick player black. So I'm going to shuffle up. Where is player black? Oh, here it is. And you shuffle with R. Yes, you shuffle with R. And
You should change the seat to be a black, not sitting here.
yes, okay. Change color. And okay.
Almost black. Brown.
Well, brown, close enough.
Yeah, you can move here.
Yeah. And Marcin, what color you want?
I'm picking an aliens.
You're gonna go with the aliens.
I have a plan.
Okay. All right. So now, Lucas, I want you to donate your bomb to one of the guilds, which could be your secret guild or not your secret guild, however you want.
Isn't it like revealing yourself if he puts in the...
I don't know. I haven't really played. I've only play tested this once, and when I play tested it, I put it into my secret one, and I won as a result of that.
Well, Energy Guild is good, but I think I will go there.
All right. So, now there is I have to explain work. On your turn, you will be able to do one thing of work per figure that you have. And I'll be placing figures very quickly. But there are, as you can see, 5 kinds of work that are authorized by the 5 guilds. So if you've got access to the Energy Guild, this top one, the battery, you can do radio work, power plant work, or infiltrate work. But only if you have access to the Energy Guild. Now, most of the stuff you'll be doing early in the game is construction. Nothing's built on the planet. There's no infrastructure, so robotics will be very important in the early game that you have access to this. And access means either your delegate is the battery, not the battery, the hex, the robotics, or there's an opponent that has hex that's willing to let you use it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll see how this plays out, but these different types of work are pretty important. Now let's and it's important to get familiar with this table. Lucas, do you want me to go through all of them, or should we go to the next step?
All right, we can go to next step, and during game, I will ask you to explain.
All right. So everybody should take a figure and start it. First of all, Marcin, can you go ahead and place your hab down here in the trenches store? It
Yes,
should be a
yes, yes.
Stygian hab.
I will
And then
need to pick my secret. It's only the first player that donates. Okay. Uh,
any player who bids donates their bid if they
okay.
won.
If they don't,
Let's
the bid is discarded.
no, this is your bid right here. It was donated to a guild.
Yes. Okay.
Funny. Funny, funny,
So
funny.
I'm placing a figure, a robot, controlled by my hikikomori, into the starship. And Lucas, I'd like you to place a green figure into the starship too, here.
So I putting myself in the trench, right?
Correct. You place.
My fish.
Yeah, but flip that card, flip the fab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now you've got an additional living space in there.
Oh.
All right. And okay. So beginning with Lucas. Oh no, I guess. Well, you've already placed your delegate, Marcin.
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
placed the hex. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You placed the hex, and I'm going to place the jar.
Oh, I thought about jars.
And Lucas, you get to place one of your delegates.
It can be the same.
It can be the same or different. You are going to be starting here.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, so I'll put the battery.
You're going to go battery. All right. Sounds good. And we are ready to go with the first turn. Yeah. So the sequence of play is listed here. And we start with the first player, which is you, Lucas.
Yep.
The number one step is to choose either your master or NPC pet. Now, NPC is non player controlled. You don't have a pet. We're skipping step one.
Mm-hmm.
Step two is leader selection. Now, you get to pick a delegate, and there are three.
Okay.
And depending on the work you want to do, you choose as your leader for this turn the shape that you think is best or that will match. I don't know what you want to do as your first turn. Now, actually, I do know what you want to do. You want to do construction work.
Yeah, that's what I like. So I'm picking.
So, to do construction work, which is here,
Mm-hmm.
you pick the robotics, like you said,
Yep.
and you don't. Oh, God. You need to have, although it doesn't say it, I'm sorry, I got to scribble down here. Construction should say bridge, 2 level, or adjacent level if building a vehicle. All right. So, in order to do construction, you have to have a bridge of vehicles to wherever it is you're going to construct something. So, what you can construct is either a hab or a vehicle. So, the first thing you want to tell me, so I can help you here do it, is what planet are you interested in?
I think
Which one do you want to try to colonize?
I think it will be troglodyte planetoid. So it is store.
Okay, yeah, you want to go to store.
Yep.
All right. So to go to store, you will need a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And this vehicle has to go between your level, which is called L1 Lagrange, and the pressure level of 3. Now, if you can go from L1 to a pressure level of 7, then you can take a vehicle all the way down to the surface.
Okay. So what
Um,
was quizzes to? Where is? Okay. So the
yeah,
numbers are pressure levels. Yes.
yeah. Now let me change something here. You're looking at the purple sides of these things, so I'm going to try to flip them. These are the Earth sides. The alien builds the purple side.
Okay.
Now, things that can go to L1 are the sail. That only goes down to a level of 1, so that's
Mhm.
useless for you.
So I can build any level if there is. So could I build this? I don't know what is this is
Plane.
vehicle
Yeah.
plane in here.
The rule for building vehicles is you have to have you have to have another vehicle or hab that's at least adjacent to the level you're going.
Okay.
So you'll
Right
be
now this.
able to build a vehicle, but it'll have to be something that's able to go as high as 3 and as low as possible. So is there a vehicle like that?
No. So the starship is as also the bridge. So from
Yeah,
here,
Starship.
okay, I can go there. I need to go there first, and then go to deeper to the atmosphere.
Well, when you build as a vehicle, you are taking two of them, and one is the lever from which you are
Healing,
go.
and the other is the yeah.
Ah,
Um,
all right.
So, for
So
example, if you want to go from L1 to the level 2, you can pick this, and it's like putting L1 here and the second one somewhere that's possible, you know, where it can
oh yeah.
go.
So
So, for example, this orbital hub, or
or there because there
yeah.
is two and it's two. All right. Okay. Understand. I think.
Now, I think you're allowed to build a plane. Let's just look at this for a second because I get mixed up.
I wanted to build on store, but okay, it's not.
Yeah. This does not work down there. So if you did build, so let me if you built a plane, it would be like this VTOL plane. So why? First of all, you are inhabiting L1. So that's adjacent to the orbit of store. So you're allowed to build a vehicle here.
Mm-hmm. But
Now,
I wanted to build there. So
Oh, you want to build there? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. All
No,
right.
no, no, it's no problem. But if I understand well, I could even build like this. There is 5 and 0.
Yes, you can do that. There's a special rule, though, that says that these crosshatch things are solid ground, and only a special vehicle can do that. So this could only go as high as here. This ceiling on this plane, the lowest pressure it can go is 3. So it could not go to there. In fact, you can't build it because
Okay.
you can only build things that can reach orbit. So a plane's not appropriate for
Mm-hmm.
this planet. You'll have to have something that has a ceiling of 0, actually.
0. So it is a sail or electro rocket or
Yeah.
or this.
Well, the
No, no.
whale can't get that high because it needs to be 0.
Mm-hmm.
Raccoon you can
Yeah,
use.
the raccoon will work.
Okay, I will do it. Mm-hmm.
And this one here,
Yes,
probably.
because 2. Mm-hmm.
Yes, because it can't go as low as the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just mention a nerd talk that a raccoon is a cross between a rocket and a balloon. And on Earth, there are planned ways to get to orbit, and they've done this. You could even do it as a high school project almost. Is to get a big balloon to carry your rocket as high as possible. Then you ignite the rocket at high
Mm-hmm.
altitude, and it doesn't have to be a big rocket because it's so high. That's the
Mm-hmm.
idea of a raccoon. So this acts as a bridge between the orbit and the sky, and because you built it, you have to spend 1 beryllium. And can I ask everybody to color their beryllium in their color by using uh,
Yeah,
some sort of TTS? I'm going to try to do mine. Color
I can do
tint.
it. I can do it.
Please do, because I don't have idea what to do, how to do it. Oh, okay, I did.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
here it is.
All right. So once you've colored your beryllium, Lucas,
Yep.
I want you to place one of them on top of your raccoon, the lower one. What just happened? What happened was when you bailed out of the starship, everyone was given an equal share of beryllium salvaged from the spaceship, from the nozzles, dust shield, and radiator, which are all made of beryllium. So you used 1/3 of the beryllium you were given to
Mm-hmm.
build this raccoon. So the beryllium is shown here by placing the beryllium right there. If this raccoon is ever decommissioned or destroyed, you'll recycle the beryllium and get it back.
Okay.
This, as infrastructure, is worth a victory point at the end of the game because you're contributing towards civilizing the planet. And
Mm-hmm.
this is the end of your turn, almost. One thing you can do at the end of your turn is that you can commute. For your homeward commute, you can move the figure that did the work to any empty hab, but there's no empty habs to be had. Now, let
Okay.
me say another option that I didn't tell you about, but I should have. You can also do what's called parachuting, where you bypass the need for a vehicle. And the parachute rules are shown here. Uh, and had you parachuted, pretend you parachuted on store. You would have bailed out of the starship, wrapped up in your heat shielding or something. And I hope you brought a parachute. and then you fall down onto store. We roll the dice because the winds aren't really known very well, and you'll land on one of these places. If you land on or next to a a uh,
Like,
a lake, then you survive and are able to farm it.
oh, okay. But I didn't want it to do.
But you didn't do that. It's kind of a desperation move.
Yes.
So we're going to go to the next human. That would be me.
One question, because Lucas used my delegate, so
Oh, yes, we have to go through that. So the idea here is there's an important step. You used the purple fish delegate. I guess you've already are in communication with aliens on this planet by radio or something.
Yeah.
And this, you as a human are saying, we come in peace. We need your robotic expertise, scientific expertise to build our raccoon. As a gesture of friendship, won't you give us this technology? So the answer is from Marson. Yes, no, or yes, but.
Okay.
So let me go through the options here. First of all, by using a delegate for work, in this case, the fish hexagon, the fish robotics, you get to, when the work is done, move it by one hex in any direction.
Okay.
So that's fine. And maybe you want to move it into your secret ideology. Maybe you want to move it to your secret revolution. Maybe you want to move him into anarchy because that helps everyone. So you have a lot of options. But
Yeah.
there is, it could be that Marson will say, you can use this delegate, but you have to pay me one bomb or one beryllium or something like that. Marson can also say, if he wants, you can use my delegate, but when you move him in direction X, where he tells you where to go. That's an option for him. And a final option is you can what's called bluff. Now, I'm looking at this little emblem right here. Because he's in equality, he's an equality delegate at the moment. You need permission from him, the leader species, but may bluff this species. You can say, oh, you know, I am a card-carrying member of equality. I'm also an equalitarian. It says so right here on my secret card.
Okay.
And if he agrees to this, then all is well. If he disagrees, then you'll have to show him his secret card. If you really are equality, then he becomes your pet.
Oh.
And if you but if you're not equality, you become his pet. So you don't have to bluff. It depends on what he asks for permission to do this work.
Okay. So assuming that Marcin agreed, what do you want for permission to do?
well, one bomb is okay.
Right. And where should I pay to his?
Here. I mean, why I only have two? I should have three, right?
Because I paid from.
Oh, yeah, you paid from my bank.
At the beginning, I was in purple.
All
So
right.
you have
Now
one.
everybody
Yes, I have one then.
Now, everybody needs to. God, I don't know how to do this.
But still, I have to move it is optional. I understand, but I have an option to move his delegate.
Yes.
Yes.
And what happens if I move on anarchy?
If you move to anarchy,
No
then
ownership.
then there if somebody chooses him as a delegate, then that means they don't have to ask permission. It says no ownership, so he doesn't own anything. Any delegate chosen on anarchy, no permission is needed.
So let it be anarchy.
All right. So, Marcin, I'd like you to place your money here.
Sure.
And Lucas, place your money there. Now, let's look at the. I should have, if you don't know about resources, I should have explained these first. Let's look at Leeton, or Small, the small planetoid here. This world has this resource at the city level. What is that? That's an ice worm. In other words, there's aliens living on the surface. If you are the first to contact these aliens, they become your pet. Player White will become a pet of yours, and pets are very valuable. So it is very valuable to get to the surface, not just because of these farms, but because there's aliens you can domesticate there.
Mhm.
There are also aliens in the trenches, more of these ice worms. But the trenches also have the advantage that you can mine beryllium there. You can get more beryllium at this level.
Okay.
If it was warmer on this planet, you'd be able to mine bombs there, helium-3. Let's look at the other planet just for a second. I can see in the trenches that the player red harmoniums live there, and you can mine helium-3. I'm looking at the trenches. Otherwise, there's not much on resources on the big planet. So that means, Marcin, that you could immediately, because you have a hab here, you could immediately start mining helium-3. You could immediately try to contact the harmoniums.
Yes, I know.
All right. So now,
I mean, one
no,
question here, because this action was that Lucas made. This was really, I mean, strange from the thematic point of view, because he contacted my species, so the
yes,
fishes that lives in the trench of Stor, right?
sure.
And asked me to build raccoon on the other planet in the.
No, he didn't ask you to build it. You built it yourself with your own, or he built it himself with his own figures, his own workers. But he
Oh,
did use blueprints. He used
okay,
technology. He used the guild. And
okay,
because delegates are very corruptible, they were influenced by the wily humans, influenced into a very pragmatic and anarchical position. This is the theme.
okay. So my fishes was dreaming of being in the sky, and we had a plan to go there, but
Yeah, well, if I were to build this story, I would say these fish who have lived their entire lives without knowing there was such a thing as a sky or stars or space, suddenly godlike beings started communicating with them, and these creatures not only know about stars, they know about starships. They're obviously of far superior technology, and we'd better, share what we've got, just not to be destroyed. Now, this is the way I would try to spin this first contact.
okay. I see.
it's a rule of extraterrestrialism that the planet being visited is going to feel intimidated or inferior to the visitor, who's obviously got at least a technological jump to build starships. All right. So for my move, I know my fellow human has started building here, and this is the more resource-rich planet, and we've got to find a place to live pretty soon. So I'm going to try to construct a vehicle, and since fortunately the aliens are so docile and easily convinced, I don't
God
even
damn
need
it.
permission for this.
Ah,
So
Such a pushover, Marcin. Such a pushover. This is
then you'll be so rich next Wednesday.
someday, Marcin. Someday, maybe after this game, I'm going to teach you a human word. It's called negotiation.
God damn it. I
Yeah, yeah,
think the
yeah.
war is near.
I see. So I want to build a vehicle, and I guess a plane would be good enough. A plane can go to from 5 to 3. So I'm going to try to build this plane. Wait a minute. This plane doesn't go very high. Is there a better vehicle, Lucas, that I could take that goes higher?
Oh, I
but
suppose not. The whale
The whale,
is 3.
it's got to be able to go to at least 4.
Yeah.
And it can't have a it can't have a city icon on it. If it's
Ah,
got its urban vehicles mean you have to have a city existing in order to build it.
understood. So there is a
Um,
helicopter has 8, 5 to 8. No, 5 to 8. So it is not.
5 to 8. No, it doesn't go very high. Um, the whale would work, but it doesn't go low enough.
Yeah.
It's got to go at least down to 4. God, these vehicles are trickier than I thought.
No, so there is not to the.
I'm going to have to take the plane after all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm allowed to build the plane because I have a bridge to the plane.
Understood.
Now, I have a bridge to a level that's adjacent to the empty level. When you're building a vehicle, you just have to have something that goes adjacent to it. Now, part of this bridge, I'm taking, Lucas, your vehicle. So let's just pretend, for the sake of gaming, that this delegate had not been in anarchy because they're gullible aliens, but instead had been here. If they are in freedom or maybe honor, you have to look at this. In order to get permission needed from the owners of all vehicles and habs used. And since I had used your vehicle to get to my work site, I would have had to go to you for permission and maybe pay you a bribe or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only if the delegate I had used had been in one of these 3 private ownership ideologies. Right now, he doesn't know what he is. Who knows? He's just confused and naive. We should give him wampum beads or something for the whole planet. So the long and short of it is that I spent my turn building this vehicle and spending my beryllium without needing permission because I'm using the alien technology that they gave me for 3 wampum beads. And I'm done, and now it's your turn, Marson.
Martin, are you there?
Okay, so my turn.
Yes.
One question, because I'm still like struggling. Can I build a hub here? Because I'm adjacent to this. No, I need to have vehicle,
Well,
right?
in order to build a hab, you have to have a vehicle that goes to that level. And the only vehicle, because this is ground, or
So Martin
Yeah.
is building from bottom to up.
yeah, he has to go from bottom to up.
Is there anything here that let me do it?
Uh, it's pressure 7. What's your candle look like?
Okay, let's flip it. Pressure is 8 here
Yeah, candle will work.
because I can do it like
8 and up to 5.
Yep.
so I can go even here.
Yes, you can go all the way up to the sky.
But this candle is like very fragile, right? So I mean if the climate will be a little bit
Yeah.
colder, then it will be destroyed.
Now, this
Okay.
little icon on the candle just means that you can use it for hypercane work if you ever feel the need to do so.
What is her hype? Oh, so
It's
I
here. A hypercane is a giant positive reinforcement hurricane that generates the whole planet. So you're familiar with the Great Red Spot of Jupiter, yes?
yes.
If you start a hypercane, then you'll create a great red spot on this brown dwarf.
Ah, okay.
It's really big forces.
Hmm. So I'm not bribing. I'm using my delegate. I'm moving here,
How do
right?
you know that this candle is fragile?
Because it has pressure of 8,
If something change, okay.
it will be destroyed,
If
right?
it goes to there, then the candle will not be destroyed, but it'll have to migrate up by one level.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go to
You can even
here?
go there, yes, because it's
You can put your upper limit here.
But can I then build hubs here in the between?
Correct? You can. The bridge is everywhere between the
Ah,
two.
okay. So I use one of my.
Sure.
I moved my delegate, and that's it, right?
oh. Did you move Phil? Did you move delegate?
No, he didn't want to move my delegate probably
He didn't
because
want to.
it was in good spot for you.
Yeah. Marcin, I heavily advise you to stay in anarchy.
Me
I'm
too.
going towards the war.
But we come in peace and shoot to kill.
I know. I know. Okay, I'm not turning the wheels yet because now we have the event phase, right?
Correct. We have the event phase, so roll 1 dice.
For each planet. So let's start with
No,
this.
just roll
Oh,
once.
6.
All right, we're going to do store first. And 6 is. I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, there's an ice 7 cyclone. So we're going to rain ice 7. So we've got rain. So you should be looking here at the little rain thing. And it
Oh, okay.
says move 1 disc of that color to a random latitude, lowest elevation from the sky. So I need you to roll a dice again for random latitude.
1.
Well, we're talking the
Here.
northern part of the planet, so it's one of these. So the lowest elevation, it's lowest empty elevation. So we're going to go there.
Lowest means the least dots?
Yes, that's the elevation, least dots.
Okay.
So we want to take rain there.
I see. So I can build a farm here now.
Correct.
And I
now,
have a bridge to it.
correct. Now we're also going to look at the number 6 on Leeton or small, and we've got a cryovolcano. So the first thing is that there's an eruption. And where's the eruption thing? Way over here, volcano. It says move 1 red dot to random latitude. Can you roll a dice for me?
Sure. 1. Again.
1. So to the highest elevation in the number 1, which is here. So we've got an eruption right here.
Okay.
Now, it also says smite. Smite means that if there's any figures in this spot or adjacent spots, such as farmers, and that would mean at the North Pole or here or here, then they would die from the volcano. All right, but now we've got another action here. Besides the volcano, we've also got some ice cook-off.
So this
And
is this,
ice,
right? Boil.
yeah. Move 1 disc of that color from a random latitude. So roll a dice again. 2.
Sky, I see.
So this one is going to go into the atmosphere. It's going to raise the humidity.
Whoa.
It also raises the greenhouse. So because it does, we're going to put a little warm into the wheel. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
this is this one. This is the small one. We should change the.
Yeah, we changed. I told you wrong. I was looking at it the wrong way. If you can, without destroying anything, can you switch them?
Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, those one.
Can you do a select all? Can you select them with your little mouse? And
Okay. I don't know why those blue beads are like turning over to the other side, but
I don't care if they turn over to the other side. We'll
yeah. Let's move it here somewhere, and then let's move this here,
Okay. Now I okay.
and let's move this
I'm
here.
sorry that I messed up the planets.
And ice should be here, here, and no, not here.
I think they're all water on store, aren't they?
Oh yeah, you're right. Whoa, no! What have I done? I will recreate this. Sorry.
That's all right. If you just move it for a second, we can grab all the discs.
That's the plan.
Or I can grab them all. I'll try to grab them if I'm good enough at this.
All at once.
Yeah. So now go ahead and place it back. Return that thing.
1 second. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Let's move those.
Oh, I didn't move those. Sorry, I wasn't smart enough to.
Okay. Done.
Oh, it's good.
It should work.
Yep.
We saved the planet.
We saved the planet. Now, sorry about that. I messed it up.
No, no worries.
No worries.
All right. So what I wanted to do was
Yeah, we
place
put the
the
worm
swarm into there. Yes.
there. It was which one?
No.
No, the small one. Yeah, good. It's okay.
All right. And then finally, we have, no, not finally. We also have a black cook-off. So we need to roll the
it's
dice.
in the same. Oh, it's the whole. All those icons.
Yes. All those icons. I know the thing gets in the way. So I need to roll a dice again for another latitude.
Okay. 6. So this one.
Yeah, there's nothing to boil off, so nothing happens. And then finally, we need a green disc to go there because the cryovolcano added water to the surface, to the atmosphere. Okay, that's it for the events. Now we turn the wheels, both wheels. I think.
Yeah, the best is just to move the.
All right. And that's it for the events. Now we go to
round 2.
Luke. Yes. So I'll remind you again. I mean, you probably already know this, but when this starship gets to here, then the starship will blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, station fall. So what do you want to do, Lucas? Now, there is... Let me give you some kibitzing. Kibitzing is a Yiddish word meaning unwanted advice. The one possible thing to do would be to build a city on the ground here. This is a place where you could live, conceivably. Now, what if, for instance, you build the city and then I move in, say I do power plant work to create a new figure, or I parachute out of the starship and come to this city. You built it, and yet I want to live there. I have a better chance of living there than you because it's a black-white city, and I'm more comfortable living there than you. But because it's your city, I have to use your permission to build it if the delegate used is in the upper part. So let me just review this again, this option again. Here's power plant here. You happen to be power plant at the moment. So this allows you to add your figure to an empty hab. There is no empty hab, so you can't do that at the moment. But if you build one, then you'll be able to use this to be able to inhabit it. And you right now have a monopoly on power plant. And if you build the hab, you will own it. And anyone who wants to use power plant to build their own figure will have to bribe you or ask your permission at least. So that's all those options are if you wanted to build a hab, and we're either going to have to build a hab or farm very quickly. But you don't have to build a hab. A second option for you is you would be able to move over these vehicles and farm. You'd be able to take my airplane, for instance, and farm here, or maybe this one is better. I don't know which one's better. This one is higher elevation than this one. So if you do that, you will need you'll need my permission if you use a freedom, honor, or individuality delegate, just because I own the airplane that you're going to use to farm. If you wanted to take this option, you would have to do the farming operation, which is here, and you'd have to use a biology guild, which is mine at the moment. So those are two options. There's a third option for you that may be better. Well, I don't. At any rate, possibly better. You could try contacting the. No, never mind. You can only contact if you have a hab.
Yes.
If and so nobody can do any contact until there's a hab. So your
Build a
basic
hub.
option, yeah, hab. Your basic options really are: do you want to build a city or do you want to farm?
No, I want to build a city.
All
City.
right. So if you want to build a city, you need to go to the robotics guild because they're the ones who build.
Hello there.
Now,
I have a proposition for you. You can use my delegate, and I will use your delegate in my round.
I have a counter proposition. You don't need his permission because the very foolish alien decided to move into private ownership,
What?
not public. So, if he were in public like he was before, then yeah, you'd need permission from the leader's species. But now he's gone private. He's learned the error of his ways. And now all he needs permission from is the permission of any vehicles that he needs or habs he needs to use to build this. So he needs permission from himself here, and he needs permission from me.
I
But he doesn't need
see.
any permission from the aliens because, these wampum bead aliens were too stupid to
I'm
move into a
sardine. I'm
system.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
intelligent fish. I'm a sardine.
after this action, still I will move his delegate.
Yes,
Come on.
you get to
No,
move
no.
his delegate wherever you want.
Yeah, I know what I want.
You're using me. You are using me.
Yes. So how to build the city?
Okay,
Choose
first,
one of these cards.
Here is the
um,
city.
Ah,
yeah. Before we do that, though, we'll just look at the player sequence. There's no pets. We skip 1, 2. You chose the leader, so go ahead and move the leader if you want to move him.
yes, I want to move him.
Then move him now.
Hmm.
Oh God, you want to start the war? Ah! No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm sorry, that was step 3, which I have to rename on this, which is bribing and stuff like that. 4, work requirements. I think the work requirements are, what are they? All you need is a beryllium
Hmm.
here, material costs. So go ahead, find the city hab,
Yes.
place that hab on the ground here. I'm sorry, I'll move this stuff. All right. So now your beryllium should be placed here.
Just a sec. Just a sec. There.
Yeah, well, I don't have a spot for it, but I've got to redo these cards. But
Okay.
someday there'll be a spot for beryllium.
Mm.
Now you need to take a city marker here. You need to color it your color, so make it green somehow.
Blue. Blue is better.
Or blue. Blue is better.
Okay. And place on the planet or on.
Yeah, place it on the planet. You can place it in any spot you want.
But here will be better because it will neighboring with those three.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. If you can make it blue, that would be helpful.
Okay. Yes.
Looks good. So you are done, well, almost done with your turn. At the end of your turn, your figure which did the work can migrate to any empty hab. So if there's an empty hab and this starship's falling apart, maybe you want to move him there.
Yeah, I want to. I thought it is an action, but if it is not, I
It's
will.
not an action to just commute home. Now, there is one little catch in all of this is that I haven't really given you permission yet. And you need permission because you use my airplane to get to the city level to build your hab, to build the city. Those were with my plane, so I want something in return
What will
for
it be?
this. Um, I think I'm asking for a beryllium. Now, you can't bluff because bluffing is only available down here.
Mm-hmm. I can buy from you.
So,
That's
yeah,
expensive.
Yeah, this is expensive, but what about the security? No, how to get beryllium? Do I need to farm somewhere?
you need to mine to get
Mine,
beryllium.
mine.
So, right now, mining is available if you build a hab here.
Oh, so what about nuclear bomb? Not beryllium.
Well, you could do nuclear bombs if you mine the trenches here, which happen to be full of fish at the moment.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so maybe I will not move there.
I mean, it's like building the city. It's this is the permission, right? Not move or no moving, but building also, right?
During building,
Well, I'm sorry.
not.
Ask me the question again. I'm sorry.
The
Was it
building the city also required your permission or no? No, because he had a vehicle here, so he had possibility to
No.
build, right?
the question is this beryllium is not green, it's black. That's my vehicle. So
Uh,
he needed permission from me. So let me review this move again. He had a figure that started in this starship here.
Mm-hmm.
let's. I will
And
quickly do them blue, okay? So it won't be. Uh,
sure,
it will be easier to recognize.
sure. Okay, he had a vehicle starting in the starship. This figure, it's figures who do the work. This figure wanted to do work on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He had to get to the ground. In order
Okay.
to get to the ground, he had to take this raccoon. But it's okay. He owns the raccoon, so there's no problem. Then to get all the way to the ground and do the work, he's also going to need this airplane. This airplane is private property owned by me. So in order to do the work, he really needs to get permission from me, the owner of the airplane. Now, I demanded one beryllium, but if he's saying, okay, that's too expensive, then maybe we can negotiate.
Uh,
It's
Before we negotiate, can I ask a question? Uh, this it is for what you said that the bribing is for during the building city. or during moving my figure
Building city, because you cannot build here because you don't have the
Well,
bridge.
I'm going to contradict you slightly. The first step is choose master or pet. The second is leader selection. The third is fees, bribes, or bluff. In other words, getting permission. So we're at the third step. That's before we actually do the work.
All right.
So he's got to get a work permit first, and then he does the work.
But in the on your turn, if you want to move to the city, you will have to use mine raccoons. So
Correct, and I will need your permission as long as it's a private ownership delegate that I use.
all right. So I will pay you a beryllium, or we can negotiate. Maybe you
Um,
player both.
well, I demanding a beryllium, but I'm offering free use of my airplanes for the rest of the game.
Oh, I don't really have an imagination. Why do I need to use when I'm on the ground?
You don't have this yet created. In order to create this city,
Ah, okay.
you have to have the chain, right? Because you don't have
So
anything
Yeah,
here
yeah.
before building.
I'm paying you a beryllium. You are
God
right.
damn it.
So, for instance, if you wanted later to farm this spot, it's not adjacent to your city, so you would need to take an airplane to do it. I'm offering you these airplanes for free for whatever you want to use them for. They also could be useful to, if you ever wanted to go down here, they could be part of your chain to get down to the trench so you can mine your own beryllium.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Okay. Okay.
But you
I
have like empty vault, Łukasz, right now, so I don't know how you will build vehicles to.
don't worry.
Okay,
I think someone will need to habitat by the city.
but this is only. Okay, I see.
Okay.
So can he
Uh,
move like his meeple to the farm here or?
well, well, it's right now he's using the free home commute option, which just says that if you did work this turn, you can move to any empty hab
Okay,
afterwards. That's not any empty farm, though. You'll need farming to do that.
I see.
Now it's my turn, and I want to. Um, I want to use the biology guild. I want to use the biology guild to contact. So I'm going to use this guild here, and I want to move it. It's my own. I want to figure out where I want to go. Wow. Um, I'm going to move it to here. No, I don't want to move it to there. I want to move it to here, I think. Then I'm going to God. So I'll just talk out loud about my problems. First of all, I don't have a place to live and the starship's disintegrating. That's sort of a primary.
You can go here with the
Yes, you can go
permission.
there with the permission.
Yeah, with permission. Yeah. I can. Yeah, and that's true. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to contact these aliens here. So for contact work, I need the jar,
Which you have.
which I have, and have at the level of the first contact var, say, which there is, add the figure, delegate, and treasury. So
So it's a
this,
white one, right?
yeah, and that should go there, right. That should go there. And I need a
White delegate.
white delegate, and I think I'm going to use heart.
It's fish or human side? Human side.
Human side, because
And
it's a
it
human pet.
goes on the white one, right? The starting
Correct. So we
position.
should go there.
Okay.
And last, I need a white worm to go somewhere. God.
Yeah, it was my next question, so you answered it.
God, there's no.
There's no place for the worm.
How do you know there's no place for the
No
worm?
white spots.
He only lives on ice.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place him here.
Oh,
um,
You cannot ask for you must ask for permission since this city is
oh,
yeah.
Łukasz.
I do not need to ask for permission because.
Oh, it's white, so you are superior, right? You can. Oh no,
No,
it doesn't matter.
that's not the reason. Let's just review the turn again. I did contact work, and I used my own delegate. If you use your own delegate, you never need permission. It's only if you use an alien delegate, someone else's, an opponent's delegate, that you need permission. But
Okay.
I don't need permission. Now, I don't even need permission to live in a place as long as I'm not using someone else's delegate that has private property. So these guys just move in. Now, I'm going to ask your indulgence here, because, or someone's got to draw something or the like. There's supposed to be in the city 2 circles, and there's only one, but there's
Okay.
supposed to be 2. That way, 2 people are able
Whoa.
to live there.
Not the best circle I ever did. Okay, I will do it.
Now, I thought there was already a green figure here, a blue figure here, wasn't there?
Ah,
No, it
because
wasn't.
my bribe was for whole my action, not for only for building a city.
When you built the city, you get a free action with your worker always. And that free action is move the worker to anywhere he wants to. He doesn't have to go back to his same place. So you should move to your city in one of the 2 circles that are supposed to be there.
Okay, so let's imagine there is a circle actually.
Yeah. All right. So let's just look at this situation again, just to make sure it's understood. This city is a blue one. It's owned by the humans, the blue humans. The blue humans moved in as a free commute after they built it. And to do so, they had to bail out a starship and use raccoons and this airplane. Now, I can't charge any fees for building for them using my airplane during this commute, and they can't charge the ice worm any fees for moving in. Now, the airplanes are owned by the hikikomoris, and now the city is full. In order for another human or another figure of any sort to move there, they will have to use infiltrate. And infiltrate can only be used against somebody who's not comfortable there. And at the moment, it's the humans that are not comfortable. So it's possible for me to drive the humans extinct on a future turn if I bailed out of the starship and moved here. I'd be able to infiltrate, and he would go extinct, and we'd go through the end game proceedings because we had an extinction.
But you have to
But
have a permission
if it,
here, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah, if I use a freedom delegate, I would need a permission. What's infiltrate? Which guild is that?
mine.
That
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd have to have his permission to infiltrate. Yeah, how much would he charge for this?
Oh,
Yeah, well, you're right. So he's safe. But the long and short of this human problem, is that there's just not enough living space. Either we've got to create ice on the planet for the ice worm to live, or this human has to farm and move there to make room, or we build a new hab here, or here somewhere. We build a new hab, or um, or I move my human to farm here. All those are possibilities, so we can all live in peace without driving someone extinct.
mhm. Okay.
All right, so that was the end of my turn, and we're asking the or the confused, naive alien.
God damn. Okay, one question still to this situation. So basically, if I use any other delegates, I can bypass the ownership of vehicles, right?
If you use a public delegate, then you can bypass private ownership. If you use anarchy delegate, you can bypass private ownership. But if you use any of the existing delegates, they're all private property. Now, an exception to that is if you use your own delegate, then you don't need any permission.
Yeah, because for example, if you fill instead of this hard, put here the white battery, you would be able next round to use it and do the infiltrate with your black
That is
meeple.
right. I could have started with a battery and infiltrated and driven my fellow human extinct. That is true.
Oh,
Because this is still weird to me that you would use a white battery and you would bypass this ownership of the vehicle, where we are in the private ownership and permission needed from the owners of all vehicles and hubs.
yes, it is.
This is
It is.
kind of confusing to me, this concept.
Say that again, Marcin.
Okay, so imagine the situation that you have white battery here.
Yes.
You are using it to infiltrate.
Yes.
And you are infiltrating with, of course, your black meeple, and you are somehow bypassing this ownership uh, of this blue vehicle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
This is what you say is true. I only would need permission if I used some other delegate other than my own that's private ownership delegate.
yeah. So this ownership is like doesn't matter if you don't use the ownership's delegate.
Correct. And I'm making a note
Strange.
here.
Yeah.
I'm making a note that this is confusing. I don't know what to do about it at the moment.
So you could end a game within 2 turns, or even one.
No, it will be
Well, yeah,
still six turns.
the game will be started to end. We'd throw the dodo into the wheel, and in 6 turns, we'd count up points. But it won't be an individual victory. It's only a cooperative victory. We compare it to a little chart to see if we won collectively the game or not.
I think just one comment here. I think this is also super weird because the player that is badly losing the game can extinct himself and prevent others from winning by going into the cooperative game.
Well, this is called the torpedo problem in my language, and it's hard to prevent the torpedo problem. In a game in which survival is very narrow, and it's very hard, then any player can torpedo the game basically by, I don't know, blowing up things or whatever, making it impossible for anyone to win. I think but I'm willing to listen after the game to proposals, but it's hard for me to get around the torpedo problem.
I think the problem is with this end game condition just, but I
Yeah.
would need to think more about it.
All right.
Okay, my turn. Just to not.
Yes.
I'm using this battery guy and I don't have to have his permission, right?
Right.
Finally, something good for the aliens. I will power plant because you need to teach me how you reproduce. Because my species doesn't know. And I could put my second figure here if I think correctly. And I will move him to anarchy. Can I? Probably I can.
Yes, you can. I think.
Phil need to validate this.
It is a dodo problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem. I think
And also, if I will not succeed to find somehow the beryllium, I will be locked.
Yes.
I think. I thought he need to bribe me to move there, but
Yes,
now
yes, exactly. This is, yeah, I also, this is really a little bit strange.
Okay, so the alien reproduced.
Okay,
Now I'm going to give.
a question. So I'm using his battery and I can move it to anarchy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I just reproduce and I don't have yet 2 actions. I will have next round, right?
Correct. You have 2 actions next round. Now, as a hint, you are in you're in a good position if you can get a triangle guild somewhere, somehow, some way. You're in a good position to win, I think, with the Starship victory, because you can produce an awful lot of bombs. And if you produce enough bombs, we'll start the Cyrus, and I think you'd be able to build a Cyrus starship pretty easily once the human starship station falls.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of possibilities, to be honest.
I have a question because thought that you have to bribe me to move to the city, and you've made this contact action, and then how to get beryllium? Can
All
I?
right.
Mine, only
Well,
mine.
But to mine, I have to have mine. How to mine?
all right. So if you want to mine, you're going to need climateering. And in order to get climateering, you're going to need a triangle delegate, and there are none.
Mm-hmm.
So, what to do? There is a very clever pet, however, that can do education.
Oh.
Now, if you do education, you can throw a new delegate into the wheel, so it only lasts 6 turns. Now, once it's in the wheel, you or anyone else with your permission can pay the guild money to use that as a leader. Is that understood? So let's just pretend that you were able to bribe or whatever the delegate, the education delegate, and then the pet. Then you'd move this into the wheel of, I guess, the small planet.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's in the wheel, both you or anyone else can use it as a leader. It's called a guild master in this case. And if you use the guild master as a leader, you'd be able to do mining work because these pets are skilled at mining. Well, actually, it's not the pets that are skilled at mining. It's what they're skilled at education. And so you're able to use this triangle delegate. Now, anyone could use the triangle delegate, but they would have to pay the guild. No, anybody can use the triangle delegate if they pay a bribe of 1 bead, either bomb or beryllium, to the guild. So in order to use it, you're going to have money, or negotiate for someone with money. And if for someone else to use this triangle delegate, if someone else wants to mine, they will need your permission because it's your color. Your guild master is your color. But you still have, even though it's yours, you still have to pay the guild to use it. All right, is that clear?
Yeah, I think.
All right. Yeah.
And secondly, can I blow up my raccoon to get back the beryllium?
Correct. On your turn, as a free action, you can decommission your raccoon at any point in your turn and take the beryllium back.
Okay. But now, it's my turn. No,
No, we need to do events
we need to do events.
first.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling, right? For the
Yes, you're rolling.
troglodyte 3. So it's this, right? So
Yes.
a lot of clouds.
Now, we ignore this, but we do these two. We're going to rain methane and we're going to snow. So first we'll rain methane. So roll 1 dice for a random.
3.
So this goes to here.
Okay, and then for the snow, right?
Correct?
6. So
Now it'll go here because this is elevation 0. And we flip it over to its white side because we've got ice in the South Pole. All right, so that's it for the event on the small planet. Now, Store also has some rain.
oh, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. And we've got acid rain.
Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks pretty milk toast to me. First, we'll do water rain. So this disc is going to fall somewhere. Roll for the latitude.
6.
6. It goes to the lowest here, so that's
So
there.
here. So moving this here.
And now we'll
then
do yellow.
sulfur, right?
Yeah.
1. So here, right? The empty.
Correct. Okay, we're done with events, and now we go to Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh no, we moved the dial.
Oh, we moved the dial. God, I can't forget that.
Now we can go to Lucas.
So, Phil, if you allow me to use your delegate, I will not blow out rocket, ro- those two rockets.
You won't blow up those. What kind of dealing is this?
Threatening.
Uh,
Oh, you
I
humans.
think you, yeah, because you want to leave the mothership in future.
I desperately need to leave the mothership, and I have to do it next turn. I have to tell you though that technically you don't need my permission. Why? Because this is private ownership, all right.
Yes.
And it says that you need permission for every vehicle and hab used. Every one. If there's like 5 players and 5 vehicles, you have to negotiate with all of them. However, for education, there's no requirements, there's no
Oh.
habs, there's no vehicles. So
Ah.
actually, technically, you need no permission whatsoever to to do this.
Okay, so I will do it. Okay, so it is a little bit not intuitive. So I will do it, and
Yeah,
you.
it's not that it's possible I should say, well, you need a hab somewhere to do education. I don't know, but
No, no, no. It's okay. Maybe this color should be on the wider range. I mean, this. Okay.
yeah,
hmm So I'm educating the climateer and placed there, and it was my action.
correct.
hmm
Now it's my action, and I have a feeling that I need to get out of here.
Come on, plenty of time.
Well, hmm. Lucas, fellow human, I could try to farm.
Yeah.
That'll need biology, but I have biology. And in order to farm, I don't need anyone's permission because I'm using my own delegate. So I don't even need permission to use your raccoons.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to farm and I'm going to create a new figure. And that's it for my turn, I think. Now, Marcin, I have a choice here. I could. I don't really have a choice somehow. I was saying maybe I could farm, but farming automatically creates a figure, and so my guy's still trapped here. If he dies, if anyone dies, like when Station Fall, then my delegate's got to go into anarchy. But it's your turn, Marcin.
Oh, sorry. So I have two
No.
actions.
You do not have two actions. You have one work, but you can do it twice with the
Yeah,
same.
sure.
The same work.
Well,
With
the
the
same
same.
kind of work, either energy, robotics, ecology, biology, or climateer. He can do two of those, but he's got to pick one delegate for it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's everything is in the right order. Huh. Is it possible? Oh. Question. If I would like to have a contact
Yes.
with this guy here, then I need to
Yes.
put him somewhere in the same row, or can he go to this?
He can go to the trench farm. Yes. He can live in the underground lava caves.
And during Martin's thought, can I also contact two aliens and make them there?
Yeah, the
or
problem
only?
is that only one contact is allowed. Once they're contacted, they are my pet and not yours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm using the biology guy, and I don't have to have a permission, right?
You do
Because,
need private property permission, but you're not using anyone else's property, so you don't
yeah,
care.
I move it to the anarchy,
What?
because why not?
Wait. During my turn, should I move the heart
You
somewhere?
could,
You
Yeah,
could.
yeah. Go ahead and move it, Marcin. I mean,
Lucas,
Lucas.
yeah.
I will move there.
And I'm doing a contact with those red stuff. So I'm taking those. I can add a red delegate, right?
Yes.
So climate here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Um,
Okay. And
Lucas, maybe we should start this war and blow him up before he gets too strong. It's probably too late.
I only, it's third turn of the game. And I can, wait, farming. Bridge to, okay, and to finish the contact, I need to put the worm somewhere here, right?
Yes.
Does it matter, left or right?
No, it doesn't. If there's an eruption, you have to take the unoccupied one if possible.
Okay. And my farming I don't have any farm because oh, I have bridge to, I can, oh, sorry. Take this and put it here, right?
Yes.
Because I have a bridge to ground via this candle. Is that how I
Yeah,
read
yeah,
it?
Is as
yes.
simply as that? Oh my God.
Because I have the bridge through the whole of those 4 sections. So
That is correct. You're able to farm on that with the same operation by using your two figures.
yeah, so that's it, I guess. Now I have the free space in
All
here
right.
and
Can you
taking,
roll for event?
of course, of course. The main event 2. This one, right? Here.
Yeah. Cosmic ray cloud seeding. So first will rain methane, but there's no methane to rain.
So what's happening?
Then what's that? So nothing happens.
Okay.
Then we have snow, and there is possibility of snow. So roll for the latitude there.
6. Here,
It'll have
right?
to go there. So we're gonna take one down. Now, because we lowered the greenhouse with that, we have to put in a cooling into the wheel.
Should we roll the move those?
Not
No, we
yet.
don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not quite.
Okay.
After the
Go.
events.
After.
Yeah, put a cool into the wheel.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Then there was one more, wasn't there? Oh, there
Uh,
was. Oh, it looks like sulfur rain too, right?
yes.
So roll for. Well, there's no
3.
room.
No,
There's no
no room.
room on the planet. Well, it could rain on the city, and it
Yeah,
did rain on the city.
it is a room
So
here.
your city is now got a sulfur swimming pool, but it doesn't hurt it. But I kind of advise staying indoors today.
I will.
And
Okay. All
here.
right. Now we also have a number 2 on this one.
Station fall and timer. What does it mean?
So if there was a hab here, which there's not, we would throw this into the wheel, and it would be 6 turns, and it would fall. But
Okay.
This timer means that for this planet, which is store, we advance the wheel. So
Okay.
now we're done with those events, so we advance the wheel for everything else. All
Done.
right, and now it's your turn, Lucas.
Yeah. So I think I if I can, I want to use the biology and uh, do the farming action. Can I? Because
I
I don't have to bribe you because I'm not using anything.
Well, not only that, he's in anarchy at the moment, so there's
Okay.
no permission needed. And so, yeah, you can use that freely, and you can go ahead and farm. You don't have to pay any vehicle cost or anything. You just create a new figure and put them on a lake somewhere.
Yeah. So
All right, that looks good.
yep. So it was my turn.
Okay, Marcin, it's your turn.
Wait, what about your turn, Phil?
Oh, my turn.
Your second.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
Lucas, remember that you have two actions from the because you have
Next.
two figures.
Yes. But on another turn, on next turn.
Oh,
yeah,
because you
yeah,
put it right now. Okay, sorry.
yeah. He just created that figure. Now it's my turn. And what do I want to do? I have. How how am I going to win? I mean, this is the question. So
Focus
let
on
me just let
terraforming.
me just review for a second the automobile end game, which is a little bit of a pain, but the winner, no matter what the victory ending, the game ending, we look at these victory points here under scoring VP and award points at the end game for this. The very first category is end game specific VP, which means it depends on which of these end games actually ends the game. For if you pick the automobile, if somebody starts the automobile, then each figure you have on the map will count a VP. So, and you're able to build the automobile if there's a city, which there is on the small planet, and you're able to build a city build a vehicle if there is enough um, there's enough methane in the air right now to build a city. Build a vehicle. I forgot that it's covered. I need Bill in game to be on both the visible.
But
All right, just to repeat what I'm trying to say,
mhm.
that there is enough methane in the air to power an internal combustion engine. That means you're allowed to build a car if you want. If you do build a car, then we will throw the figure in game or the car in game into the wheel and we'll end the game in 6 turns. And the player with the most figures will get extra VP for this. Now, they'll also get all sorts of political VP and stuff. So, what I'm trying to say is that any player who feels that they have an advantage right now to win the game, in particular the number of figures, but for any reason, because the politics is favorable to them or whatever, then they should consider building the car. And and ending the game. And I think the car has to have. It's from 4 to 7, so the climate has to be right for it. Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
No, I don't have any yet.
The
Okay,
requirements
all right.
are you have to have 3 farms.
Collectively, so we have 3
Collect-
farms right now, right?
Collectively, right, collective.
There is
So
this one here, and
Yes. So we have 4 even.
here. 4 even, yeah.
yeah. Now I intended that to be on one world because what
Okay.
this is trying to simulate. All these farms are producing oxygen, and you want to have enough oxygen in the atmosphere to power internal combustion. But on this world, you don't even need oxygen because you have enough methane. See, it says 12 right here. It says 12% Bill Endgame. It should say it here as well, but I forgot to put it. So, in other words, to say it again, this air is so charged with methane at the moment that you could start a car and drive it around.
Okay.
So,
Using methane from atmosphere. Wow.
yeah. Now, technically, you'd also have to have liquid oxygen tank as well in order to burn the methane, but nevertheless, a car would work.
Oh.
So, if Marcin, you wanted to end the game that way, you would need to have a city built.
That's true.
And as I said, you could also try to end the game by building a starship here. Now, you'd have to, until the starship falls out of the sky, you'd have to destroy it or something in order to make room for your own starship. But anyway, those are ways to end the game. I just wanted to make sure that players understood how to win.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's my turn, and I have to decide whether or not I want to try to mine down here, try to build another hab, try to drill down. How much beryllium do I have left?
Too much.
Too much.
Now, I'll just say, though, I have all this beryllium, but this beryllium's not even mine. If I use this beryllium to build something, it becomes the human's vehicle, not mine.
Oh, this is how it works.
Oh.
Yes. Now, we've got a city. There's no resources in the sky, and there's no resources underground. There's only resources deep underground. I'm going to not bribe. I'm going to use my own delegate in anarchy and throw a triangle. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build a vehicle.
Oh.
Now, in order to build a vehicle, I have to pay. I have to pay the vehicles that I'm using, which is my own airplane. So I don't have to pay anyone to build this vehicle here.
So you are building it in the city.
I'm not building it in the city. I'm building it with my airplane. I only need to have either a hab or a vehicle next to the vehicle I'm building, and I'm using this vehicle. So I'm not using the city. It's a nice city, but I'm not using it. And I did use,
So it drill solid. It means you can drill down from ice shield and
yeah,
go to lower levels. Okay.
yeah. So that allows people, anyone, to try to build a hab here to be able to mine beryllium. That's the
Mhm.
whole idea here. I'm not positive this is a great idea, but I have a feeling that I don't want a war. Or do we?
Wars are overrated.
Yes, I agree.
I'm going to do a war mainly because I don't understand if it helps me or not, but I want to see what happens.
Pushing the buttons. So it goes to the dial, actually, or
It goes into the dial, yes. It doesn't matter which wheel it goes into.
so what are the consequences right now?
The consequences are that the fish, you cannot use, the fish can't use human delegates and the or vehicles or habs, and the bipeds can't use the fish vehicles or habs or
Good.
delegates.
I don't need you. I have my own bigger world. You can, like,
Okay,
squeeze
wampum
yourself on those
boy.
troglodyte post-humans.
Yeah, yeah, wampum boy. Go play with your beads.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm using my fishy delegate. I'm moving it here, and construct. I'm gonna construct a city, actually.
Oh, and the other consequence of war, which is maybe obvious, you're allowed to attack. Um, Fish can attack bipeds, and bipeds can bomb fish.
Okay, I did hub. I can move freely my fish here, right?
Yeah.
Not sure why I want to do it, but oh, I don't want to do it. Let it be here. But I want the city. And my second action for... I cannot bomb you because I don't have bridge to your positions.
Correct.
Oh, this is another thing that I can disassemble raccoon. Okay.
Yeah, you can disassemble to get the beryllium, you mean?
No,
Yeah.
to either Belerium or not allowing you to throw a bomb because I will destroy the bridge.
Oh, he'll destroy the bridge. This is right now he can't get to a starship. He can't even get to the orbit of his own planet.
Hmm.
I can build L1 stuff. It's not a problem.
Yeah, wampum boy.
But with my second action, I only can construction and bombing, so I don't want to construct anything else. So when I build a city, actually nothing happens, right? I don't get any new citizen or something.
Well, you get a dome. Yeah, sure. You get
Oh, I get a
place a
dome.
dome.
Yeah, that's right. Where are the domes? Oh, here. So I have to.
And if you want, I don't know if this is important to you, but you can migrate a figure like from the trenches if you wanted to your city. This is not
Why I would
necessary.
like to do that? Why? I mean, what is the purpose? I can put it down here.
There's not a lot of purpose. I mean, if there's fighting going on, if you're in the trenches, you'd be safer, I think, than if you were in the city. If you're on the surface, you could get hit by a drop stone or conceivably killed by a volcano, maybe, or something.
Okay. So, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. So just build a city. And now,
You should note, Marcin, that this the surface is dangerous. I didn't see this before, but God, what
why it's dangerous? Oh, because it's on the roll of 4.
on a roll of 4, there's iron rain. Do I have to tell you about iron rain?
Sounds like a metal band, but I don't know. But there will.
Yeah, this is a heavy metal band, and if you don't like rock music, then stay in the trenches.
I do like it, so I'm okay with it. So let's see. Not 4, just not roll 4. 5. Okay. So here we have this methane boiling, right? Stuff.
Yeah, the clathrates blew up, or discharged, basically. So we have an evaporation of magma. So this magma here, well, let's see, one disk of that color from random latitude. No, put it back for a second. You have to roll for random latitude first.
Oh, it can do nothing. So it's
Yeah,
nothing,
and
I
it did
believe.
nothing. So then we also add more methane to the planet. So from the pool, put methane there. Yes. Okay, now we go to number 5 on store,
Yeah.
and we've got mega lightning, which will rain some methane. Roll for the latitude.
4. So here, or it was lowest,
No,
highest?
go to lowest here. So
So here.
correct. And then we also have to schedule a hypercane into the wheel.
It is big one.
There.
Okay, now we are moving all the wheels.
Yes.
1 year before, before the blow up.
Yeah. Phil, I
Oh
don't
gosh.
want to cut you, but I have to get beryllium somehow to build mining there. Uh, and I have to use Martin's delegate, yes, to do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
So it's private ownership. That means he insists that you get permission from me. If you want to build a hab down there, you have to get permission from me. And yeah, I'll do it for just one bomb. You'll also need beryllium.
Yeah.
So you'll have to decommission your raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
What? You're going to trap my guy in the starship without?
Yeah. I said.
I I
I will
think
be.
he's going to try to parachute, is what's going to
Well,
happen.
he has some chances.
It has some
I'm
chances.
this one, right?
So, Martin, do you allow me to use
I
your?
No, no.
cannot. You can freely use it.
I
Now,
can really
so
use it.
let me just review the
Mhm.
situation.
Okay, okay.
Because Martin is, I'm sorry, let me try to say this again. Because Marson, the Martian, is an advocate of free enterprise and private property, he's in private ownership. This delegate, insists that you don't give him any money, but you do have to respect private property on this planet.
Hmm.
And the private property that you have to use in order to make this hab is my drilling machine. So you have to have permission from me. And my permission conditions are first that you give me a bomb and I'll let you have permission.
And to do a mining, do I have to need? No. It's simply that in future I can get a either bomb or beryllium from this level.
Yeah, so this is all negotiations for you to build your drilling or your mine down in the trenches. Once you do have a mine, you have a mining guild that you can use freely to be able to mine whatever you want down there. But to build the hab, you're going to need permission from me. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah. So I've paid you the
Right.
bomb and decommissioning raccoon. Sorry for that guy on the mothership.
Oh, that's what I get, an apology for. I saw. Did you read the book or see the movie The Martian,
Yeah.
where the guy's left behind? Basically the guy in the starship says is wakes up one morning and goes and finds a note to the hatch saying,
Yeah.
"Where were you? We waited and waited and waited, and finally we decided to leave without you."
Yeah. We are so far away from Earth. There is no politicals and no rules, so we can do it. We could do it.
What? So you just didn't like that guy left in the starship. That's just
He took so many beryllium from me, so that yeah, I don't like him.
Hey, I was a teenager then. You're going to hold me accountable for something I did when I was young and foolish?
But at the mothership, the rest of the day you will have plenty of
So
food.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
And
Just a minute. When I build this underground quarry, can I move from city to there, or
yes, you can.
and it allows me in next turns to mine, or I do not need to have someone here.
You do not need to have someone there. But supposing he stayed here, then on your turn to mine, if the triangle you used was a private ownership, then you'd have to pay for use of the drill for him to commute to the underground. But if he's already living in the underground, you won't have to pay anyone, no matter if he's private or not, because he doesn't have to commute. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to take the train, which is so expensive.
Hmm. And I will feel comfortable because it is blue.
Yes?
Yes.
That's right.
It's green actually, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's comfortable regardless. Um,
And
now,
yes.
Phil, your
Martin,
turn. Yeah.
I have to ask an opinion here from you. Um, he's got some farmers or a farmer or something. Should that count as extra work, or are these farmers busy at work farming? That's the question.
Uh, hmm.
I had to,
I think that it should. I mean, I play that it should count, but I don't know to be honest. Maybe it's
I sort of think it should count as well. Now, the work he did was construction, so technically he's got an extra figure. He could do bombing if he wanted.
but you don't
Now,
have any
he
how
doesn't have any bombs, and he doesn't have anyone to bomb
yeah,
except for fellow humans. And it's a war right now, which means he can only bomb fish, not humans.
exactly.
But technically, he could, if if we had a vehicle to reach the fish, he could attack them with his extra move. And I feel that's how it should be played.
I mean, some kind of my intuition says me that maybe it would be better to only, you know, stuff in hubs provides additional actions, but then again, it would have to somehow be compensated by, stuff on the farms or should also grant you something because right now it doesn't grant you almost anything except victory points.
Right.
And I want
So,
pieces
Lucas,
to, yeah,
the deal is that we could, now that you've got beryllium and you'll be mining beryllium and you'll be able to build more vehicles, we'll be able to build vehicles to be able to attack the fish if we wanted to. I mean, I say we, it's you that's you doing all the work. You, every piece of beryllium you build or piece of equipment you build will be worth victory points. I think,
oh,
thinking out loud, it should be a maximum of one per level. Otherwise, people will be building frivolous vehicles and things.
I mean, I also thought at the beginning of the game that all those minerals should have like, storage limit. Like you cannot drain from the planet endlessly. It, like
No,
coal, it has like, you know.
I don't really believe in that theory. I
Okay,
think you can drain. Now, in High Frontier, you can get as much water as you want, like forever. Now, of course, your technology is going to be improving, so whatever you do mine will be able to go farther because you can use less of it with advanced technology and techniques. But at any rate, I don't think I want any kind of limit like that.
okay, but because my problem is like, for example, if I would trigger end of the game with the rocket, for example, for the rest of my rounds, I will be just mining this.
Sure.
and you
I think
cannot
you should
stop
be
him.
able to do that. In my opinion, you should be able to
Okay, but
mine also.
it's not that, fun. I mean, I'm just get.
Yeah.
And
And it's also a question too. Um, I don't think there's any limits to how much you can mine, but there may be limits to how many people you can transport over these vehicles. You've got pets and stuff like that, but I think you probably should be able to import only one worker down to the mines, plus anyone who's living there.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be, thought about.
Yeah, I think there should be a vehicle limit, although these rules are getting a bit heavy, but still, still, I can see the picture in my mind at least. Let's see, whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe yes.
Yeah. So if I were to try to mine, damn it, I thought I put a triangle into the wheel. Did I not do that?
I think I've put it.
Only Łukasz put it.
There's nothing there. How am I going to win? I want to parachute. No, I don't want to parachute. I want to. Uh, I'm going to do farming. I'll use my own biology guild. I'm going to move it.
Oh, I didn't move Martin's.
Okay, so you can move it.
Yeah, that's easily forgotten. I'm going to move it into private. I'm going to move it. I'm going to farm, and I'm able to farm. What am I able to farm? I've got one guy here and one guy here as a pet, so it's 2 figures. So I should be able to farm twice. So for my move, I'll move. I'll farm here and here, and that's it for my turn.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay, so for me, wait, what does farm do actually? Add your figure on the same color leg. I see. There is not enough stuff here. Can I do now? I have 2 actions, twice mining
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
right now.
where are your 2 yes, you have 2 figures. You have a this and this.
Oh,
Well, actually, you
I
have
have
3
3. I
figures.
have 3 figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this figure is on the surface, but he can take the vehicle down, but you only have a limit of 1. These guys are already in the trench, so you have 3 mines that you can do.
So let's do 3 mining. Okay. One question. One question is, when building a starship, let's say that I want to build a starship next round.
Yeah.
And mining, I'm moving this one here. I can build it from the city level, right? And it will go here.
Yeah. Well, no, the starship you have to build at L1.
Okay, so I still have to have a...
Right.
So you're going to need a vehicle to get up to L1. And if you want to build the starship, you're going to have to blow up the starship that's already there, although it's blowing up in one more turn anyway.
So I won't be able to build a starship because I don't have the connection to orbit.
No.
Okay, that changes things. So I don't want to.
Wampum boy doesn't know about orbital mechanics.
Yeah, I live in a basement, so
Yes.
I don't know this stuff. Okay, so about the car then. Let's talk about the car. I can build a car, right?
Yes, you
Because we
can
have
build.
this is open.
Yeah. You could build a car right now if you felt like it, I think.
And building a car triggers this start of end game.
Start of the end of the game, yes. And then when we end the game, we count all the points that are here, but there's also specific points,
Yes.
which
Figure and make
is,
construction.
it says, oh no, not figures. It says 5 VP for each city. So the car is going to be an advantage for everyone but me.
Okay, let's build the car. And now I'm doing something funny because I'm building a car with my, where is it? My last beryllium, right? I'm building it using my delegate.
Yeah.
I can build it here. Oh, it's at this
Yeah,
side.
yeah, that's fine.
The pressure is okay. 7
Yeah,
4.
the pressure's fine.
I need to learn about this pressure more. Okay, done. And I'm moving my delegate here,
What?
triggering another
A cult.
victory condition. I'm just doing this for the science purposes. To have 2 victory condition triggers at one point. And just wanted to know your
Oh.
answer. I'm challenging you.
I guess we would count both extra victory points, is what it looks like.
Okay, that's
What's
interesting.
the revolution name? No sphere sect. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a special cult. Now, because it's treasured, everybody has to take their secret card and place it publicly.
Okay.
All right.
I have a fish, which is funny.
Now, Martin, I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
Why does a fish need a car?
Evolution.
Yeah.
On some cars, I see sometimes, the fish sign, so it's those.
Yeah. All right. So, Marcin, you're pretty scary. You have the jar as your secret. All right. So, once you confess, you have to swap your delegate with the delegate of your
Okay.
shape.
Where's my...
Because this is your secret society is this guild, and this is what you were all along, and you were just masquerading.
Done. And I have also this secret agenda is the war between fish and human,
No.
which was triggered.
Yeah.
But oh, this is interesting. But the war will be over before the end game trigger, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count then, right? It has to be
Well,
like
you do have this option here. I don't know if it's useful option to advance the war or an end game by one step. So you can make the war.
oh, so it's still a race here. I see.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. So if I have 3 actions, I can like end this game in two rounds, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what all of you have? Because
Yeah, Lucas, what was your? Oh, you've got the triangle.
Yes, I have a triangle and news per sex that it's on the.
Why is everybody the triangle? So, Lucas, we need a triangle here instead of the battery.
All right.
yeah, let me change it. You can take that.
But my triangle is on the wheel.
Go ahead and swap the battery, put that on the wheel, and put the triangle in anarchy.
Where is my?
I already did it.
Okay, thank you.
And Phil, you are.
I'm also the triangle. I don't know why we're all triangles. I also wanted a biped fish war, and my secret ideology is freedom.
Mine is honor, and noosphere sex is.
All right. Well, it's helpful that the sect is triggered. So let me just review the victory conditions one more time. I'm going to look at this placard here. First of all, there's endgame specific VP.
Mm-hmm.
That means that for the crusade, we're going to count reputation. And we're going to count reputation, which is the distance from the center of your guild. So, God, everyone's going to get a lot of this because
No.
is it true we all have triangles? No.
No, I don't have triangle.
Yeah. What do you have?
Jar.
All right. So, what you do is your reputation right now is 3 because you are
Yes.
3 hexes from the center.
Mm-hmm.
That
But
was
the
the plan.
reputation of the triangle is right now 1. Why 1? Because you look at whichever delegate, it doesn't matter what the color is, but whatever delegate is farthest from the center is the highest reputation. So right now it's only 1, but
Oh.
let me try this again. If this were here, the reputation would be 3, here'd be 2, here'd be 1. If this moved out to here, then the reputation would be 3. So you pick a delegate of your shape, of your secret society, and look at the farthest distance. In this case, there's 3 of them. You look at the one with the farthest. That's how many points you get to count your reputation. Now, we are also ending with this one, which is the number of cities. So those with cities will end up with 5 VP if they're still existing. I mean, if there's attacking things like this. Right now, for instance, if we were desperate, if I was desperate or whatever, I've got a lot of bombs,
Yes,
and I can start parachuting bombs down on here and hope that one of them lands on or next to the city and blows it up.
But you parachuting from there.
Yes, I would be parachuting from here. This is the only place I can. And then this thing's about to blow up, so I got to parachute fast.
Well, it will blow up right now, so I think
What?
because I
In
ended
that
the
case,
turn, so it will move here, so it will blow up.
in
Right?
that case, yeah, I think it is. So in that case, I'll be, I don't know if you saw Doctor Strangelove when,
You love the bomb. I know. Yeah, we know.
yeah, well, when he bails out of the bomber, when Slim Pickens rides the bomb down, well,
I see the
yeah,
picture. Yes.
this game's kind of funny, funnier than I expected, actually. Um, any rate, um, so let's look at the other victory conditions as well, just to try to clear. Now, these
Mhm.
victory
What about
conditions are
this?
in flux, but
Okay.
you also get one VP for every figure that you have. Now, pets and your species count separately. So we can check to see if pets will win, but anyway, you can't combine pets for victory here. If you are a pet player, but we're skipping that, no one's a pet player, delegates of your secret guild. So the more delegates there are of your secret guild, the better. So unfairly, I think, um, we've got a big advantage over
The
over
fish. Yeah.
over the fish. Now the fish do have an option here. They
I
can
will do it.
swap. You will already do it. All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes. That's my plan.
Now you know that the humans are engineers. Then you want to make sure your pets forget everything they ever knew about engineering.
My fishes are living in jars. Yes.
Yes, your fish are living in jars. I
Oh
think
well.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
And the treasury of your secret guild is also important. I mean, right now the treasury is one, so everybody with a secret guild will get one extra victory point. Your secret revolution, if that's ongoing, and delegates in your secret ideology. Right now, we have different secret ideologies. What's yours? Yours is unity, right, Marson?
Yes, yes.
So you have at least one right now.
Hopefully, there will be two.
Yeah, if your pet moves there as well, there'll be two, and so forth. So those are the victory points as they stand right now. Is that clear?
Yes,
Perfectly.
but I have a question. How to add here something?
Um, if anybody wants to use something in the wheel, then you have to pay the guild.
Hmm. Except owner.
I'm sorry, accept honor?
Except
Owner.
Oh, the owner. No, even the owner has to pay the guild.
mm,
The only thing the owner has advantage on is if anybody else uses the guild, they still have to pay the guild and they have to ask your permission.
mhm.
All
Okay.
right. So,
So events, because it was my round. Shoot, three. Two rains.
damn it, why didn't we get Iron Rain?
So the black rain. Oh, It's full. So do I need?
Yeah, there's no rain is possible.
Yeah. And this
We
station
go to
fall. This station fall means something. Only if it would be something
only
here.
if there's a hab at
Okay.
that level, and there is no
Okay.
hab at that level.
Okay,
Um,
the big planet now. Three. We have two type of rain.
right, but there's no possibility of
Ah,
water rain
so only
because
sulfur, yeah.
only sulfur.
Two, and it's the lowest. So
Right.
Yeah, rain
here,
always
right?
goes to the lowest. You can imagine this if there's a depression in the ground, that's where the rain's going to
Yeah,
accumulate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we advance the wheel and do any happenings.
yeah. And the spaceship blows up.
I think that means I have to parachute immediately. And if I fail, then I have to go into anarchy with my delegate. So to parachute, I have to roll for latitude first. So what do you push? R? This is my latitude, 5. Oh, first of all,
Which
I'm sorry.
planet? Which planet?
Scratch scratch that. I have to say which planet. Um oh God.
I think here is
Ugh.
better chances.
Yeah. I
The smaller planet has better chances. The large planet only has 2 lakes and is a huge planet.
Yeah,
So I think only I'm going for the small one. So I'm going to re-roll
yeah.
it.
5.
5.
So nothing
That
here. But you can still land here or here and to adjacent, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to roll again for that was for latitude. Now for longitude.
How is it count? From
It's the elevation is the number 1, 2, 3, and I'll
what?
just double the number if it's. I mean, I'll have the number. No, I'll
Okay,
just roll twice if I. All right. At any rate,
okay,
3.
here.
I landed there. So.
oh.
He survived
Yeah.
He
somehow.
survived. I will survive. All right, but it's your turn, Lucas.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pity that I have to pay now to battery because I had a plan, but right now I cannot do it. Cannot
Because
use
you
it.
have no money.
Yes, I have no money. So I need to. I have to. I must mining. So I will mine, and I need to help 1 or 2 beryllium.
Well, you're mining using which delegate? Who's your leader?
Ah, leader.
Oh, your own, right?
Yeah, yes, my own.
So you need no permission because it's an anarchy. Therefore, that means you can use this guy without payment because you're picking an anarchist. So you don't have to pay. I suppose you bring your gun or something and say,
Or sneak it somewhere.
or something, or you're stowed away. So
Yeah,
you can mine with 2 figures.
understood. So I'm taking 2 beryllium.
Oh god, it's happening.
And now it's my turn. And I also want to use. I also want to.
Łukasz, have you moved this your triangle
No, no,
because
no, 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 no. Yes, yes, thank you. I'm
Yeah, move the triangle. You
mhm,
want to move it into your secret ideology,
yes,
probably.
number.
Um. Oh God. Because I lost the jar, I can't create a new guild.
Yes, it's a tricky when you are revealing this secret.
Yeah, and not only that, I'd like to use the jar, but there's a war on, and the jar is fish. I'm not allowed to do it.
And even if you will still need my permission.
I would still need your permission, but I could bluff, for instance.
You cannot, it's already revealed.
Oh, God. uh, damn it. I thought you were still Wampum Boy.
Not anymore. I'm grown
Not
up fish.
anymore. Oh, God. I can't even construct anything. Oh. We can't even get off this planet. Forget fighting a war. We can't even get into the sky. Oh, the fish have won. There's no way we can even slow them down. I can't construct anything. All I can do is mine.
I don't know if fish are one because Łukasz has like a lot of mining possibility and building possibility.
This is what I thinking about, but I don't know if I'm correct. And also, I could move my delegates far there using
Yeah.
industry
You
and power
you
plant.
say building possibility, Marson. We can't build since we have no guild that can build.
I have a guild that can wait. What?
No, you have not, because
Oh,
robotics were discarded.
but I have jars. I can. Oh, there is a heart also. You have
There
heart.
is a heart. That's my pet.
Yes.
Yes, and you can
So
do.
I'm going to bribe. No,
You
it's my
don't have.
pet.
You don't have to
I
bribe.
don't have to do anything. I will just move it. I want to move it here. And I want to throw a triangle, no, a hex
A hex. Hmm.
into the wheel
Okay.
of the small planet. Um, Now I can do several of these, right?
Yes, because you have more than one.
I've got 4. So I could put, hell, everything into the wheel.
Whoa.
Or I could advance the war. I don't want to advance the war, I don't think.
So all ideologies are accessible. All delegates.
Um,
Where is my battery?
your
Uh,
battery,
oh,
Is
it's
where is your
under. It's here.
ah.
It was with this cool.
Mhm.
um I'm wondering if I should really have that battery, I mean that jar, because that's going to help Marson, isn't it? No, I think it's only delegates that help him. So no, this is my move. It's your turn, Purple.
Okay. If I want to use, for example, the batteries, I have to pay them something to the vault.
I think you
Oh
have to
crap.
pay there.
Well, let's discuss this for a
You have
second.
permission. Yep.
Um, if it's in the vault, it'll be on the fish or the human side. And I have to ask your opinion, Marson. It's during war, so my impression is you can't use anything on the biped side because it's war.
Okay.
Unless we say that these guilds are so pragmatic that they'll deal with anyone. But I think you can't do it because they're all bipeds.
Okay.
It's fair if we are
But
to
only because it's war.
What are my options then? Not much options, to be honest. Because I cannot use any of your delegates because of the war, right?
Right. Can you advance the war?
I need to have this
hard.
heart, and I don't have heart. Hmm. Hmm.
I always knew you didn't have a heart, but now I'm changing my opinion because of that pet
Good
and
one.
its heart. It looks like the humans have an overwhelming advantage.
Because there are two of you.
Well, no,
It's
we're in
twice the
competition
delegates you can
here.
use.
Because of the heart, we can pick whichever delegates we lost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And educate. Yeah?
Huh. So I don't have much to do, to be honest. I can like simply use this guy just to move to my ideology. And what is sunscreen? It does. It doesn't make. I cannot even make beryllium because it's nothing on this planet.
Martin,
Nowhere.
there is one thing that you can do. Um, there, there is one possible strategy. I don't know if it's a good one or not,
Yeah.
but you could try to trigger pet emancipation. If you do, then all the pets will flip their ideology.
It's
I
too
mean,
far
flip their
away. I mean, I cannot do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds for me.
4 rounds to get there. Yeah. How many turns we have left?
5
Oh God.
or less. Question: what is discard humidity? Which one is it? What is it?
The humidity is a green track in the air.
Which is, of course, nothing. Okay. Add your figure on the same color leg. Okay, so I cannot because there are no. I cannot reproduce because I don't have energy. Cloud seed. Okay. Let's try cloud seed 3 times.
Cloud seed. I also have.
Oh, I have sky level. I have a sky level. I will 3 times rain this one. How it works.
All right. I'm sorry. You
Okay,
wanted to rank.
I wanted to rain this I7. How?
Now you can't rain I7 if there's nothing in the atmosphere to rain.
Right.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
How can I add stuff here?
God, I don't have a mechanism to add I7 to.
It's on the
I
planet.
probably should add more I7 to the brown dwarf. I'm gonna.
Well, the fishes are like very limited, if not.
I'm giving you an extra ice 7 to rain.
Okay.
So you get to place it wherever you want. I've scribbled down. I need to add more ice. It's possible I should add like 2 or 3 of them to the brown dwarf.
So I can like put it here, for example.
Yeah.
So what does the eye mean?
I have to look at this. I don't know.
Not
Where?
this.
Point at it again.
Eye. It means
Oh, the
rain on
eye.
chosen, then eye.
Then I.
Um, the eye. Uh, that's still in flux. So forget the eye for the moment.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Add your figure on the same color lake, so I can add from the another, right?
If you're farming, yeah.
But it's from the supplies.
Yes, it's from the supply from your reserves.
It's a farm.
Okay, done. So
All right. Well, let's roll for the event.
4. Shit.
Oh,
Okay, first here.
ice
Also the
flash.
accident. No, not the accident. Accident is only on if it's hotter. It's
Okay,
all
so
cooler.
something vaporized.
White. Yeah. So
White, black,
first,
and
first roll. Let's roll for.
no, it is
Oh,
vaporized, not raining.
oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Boil, I mean. Okay.
So
So
how does boil work?
I
Move
think
one disk of that color from
you will move.
land. Oh, lowest
You will move
latitude.
one is the color from around latitude, lowest elevation of the sky. Ah, you have to roll first, and it will.
Random latitude. Yeah.
And for everyone, or for every.
Yeah, I think it's for every 3 of them, right? Phil?
Yeah. Which action is this? I'm sorry.
We have 4 event, so we have boiling here, right? Ice flash detonation. I believe it's yeah.
Oh, you got ice destination. Yeah. So
Ice
you
flash
do
detonation.
right. So you boil off 1 ice, then 1 methane, and 1
Sulfur
sulfur.
from the random latitude. Okay, so for
Correct.
the ice it's 4. So which one is it? Which lowest elevation? So this one. What happened to this white?
I think it goes down.
Well, my pet will have to parachute.
But I think he
Um,
doesn't have to have the place to parachute.
yes, he does. Right
Here,
there. Yes.
the second spot here. Okay. Go
That's
back
Pet
to the.
City, man.
Okay, the black one. 2. So it's this guy. Now this guy doesn't have a place to.
Oh no.
Go to lava.
Oh well. Um,
But it was an option to parachuting.
I think so
yeah,
because
that's
it's
an
on the
option.
same ground. I mean the ground level, the same.
Yeah, move me into the city and we'll kill off a pet.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
mhm.
pet
Now
is
that
dead.
means that the white delegate has to go into anarchy.
But can you? It's like here. It's the whites are also. I mean the
Well, I'm
comfortable.
in when you're parachuting. when you're parachuting, you're not even allowed to infiltrate. You can only infiltrate if you're doing an infiltrate action. But I'm using my master pet status to my advantage.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
And the sulfur, nothing happens because there is nothing on the.
The white heart is on the anarchy.
Yeah. And here we have 4. We have this iron rain. So what's happened during
At
iron rain?
last, it rained.
One figure each color living at this level.
Okay, so I need to roll first. Doesn't matter, I have on both. God damn it. 5. Bye bye, fish. Soon you will be back.
He was killed by bullets built by nature.
Yeah, nature cause.
No, no, we are gods. We caused this because you displeased us.
Damn it. And I'm moving all the. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh gosh, your turn.
If I want to use battery work, oh my goodness, I don't know if I want to, and uh, do it twice, do I need to pay twice for it?
Yeah,
Or
you'll have to pay the guild twice. It's in your wheel, right?
yes, on my wheel. So maybe. God. But no one have secret guild battery, so it will be worth no points at the end of the game. By now, am I correct?
I'm sorry, ask again.
So if I do like this, move my delegate there,
Yeah.
those beryllium will count as points to someone.
They they're not going to count as points to anyone because nobody has the battery guild as their secret guild. Nobody is secretly
Okay.
the energy.
hmm So I did it twice because I have two figures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm. So
When does
okay.
the game end? How soon?
4 rounds.
Hmm.
And I'm stuck with this war, so I won't do anything probably.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
Yes, it
yes.
is you. Mhm.
I'd like to build. Um,
You have stuff to build? I mean, you have.
I have beryllium, and I
Okay.
can. I've got bombs. I can bribe the or pay the fee for. So I'd like to build. I think I want to build a mass driver. I think. Is this true? Oh no. Where are the raccoons when I need them? I want to be bombing those fish. Um, I've only got one more beryllium. No, I got two more berylliums, but one of them's not mine. Um, I'm sorry, I've got to pick a vehicle. And there's nothing. There's nothing from 2 to L1, right? There is electric rockets. I'm going to build an electric rocket.
Oh God.
Oh,
Can you
Yeah.
can you move that for me? I'm not good at this.
And
So I have to pay this guild by 1. No, the robot guild. I'm sorry.
yes.
Sorry. I did the wrong guild. There. I have to pay this guild. I have to pay 1 beryllium for my rockets. Yeah. And I don't move any delegates because I use the wheel. And so that's the end of my turn.
okay, so I'm just doing farming once again to add back the killed dolphin to the farm.
And can you hold on just 1 second? Or
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make, since I had 2 guys, I think I'm going to make a second vehicle. And the second vehicle needs to have a pressure of 3. So I think I'll build a whale.
Where to put it?
Um, yeah. Yeah, put them both. Yeah, put them there and there.
Okay.
Except the lower number should go on the top and the higher number down there. And I need beryllium for that. This is giving you a point, Lucas, so I hope you're happy.
I'm happy. Happy.
All right, now it's your turn.
Okay, I just added dolphin because I'm blocked. So event 1. There's nothing on 1.
What's that? It's
1.
it's on the star card.
Oh, bipolar jet. Unless
Well,
dipole. Here.
ah,
So
Yeah.
what does it mean?
So for the little planet, we have to place a bomb on the humidity further, not that bomb, a red bead.
Red bead. Lava? Or
No,
oh,
a
nuclear
bomb.
bomb. Okay.
Yeah. And we place it right there.
Okay.
Now, the consequence of this is nuclear fallout. So where it rains, it will cause smite. And this planet is heavily populated, so
Good
this could
news.
be bad.
Good news for the ships. For the fish. And for this it's the cyclone.
Yeah.
Hypercane. So I put it in the here.
Now, the rules state that you should put it a number of turns ahead equal to the forecast. And the forecast is the number of ecology hearts that are visible everywhere. And since there's 2 hearts right now, you should put it 2 turns into the future. This means that the more hearts you have, the more you can see that a hypercane is coming. This is the
Okay.
simulation
So
goal here.
it's here or
No, I think it should be
oh
here.
here.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's it. We advanced the wheel.
Mm,
And what happens with warming?
warming, it's changed to warm here.
I
Yeah.
cannot grab those. I don't know why I cannot grab.
Oh, they're locked.
Mhm.
No. Okay, the climate changed. The pressure is for this is not okay. Do I see it correctly? Or
Right. The electric rocket has to go up one level.
and for rest should be okay.
And by the way, Phil, if there are aliens that in trench, it is also considered as those aliens,
Yes,
or
yes, it's the same.
Mhm.
So you
It's
can
this.
on both level you can try to contact.
Mhm.
Okay, Łukasz, your turn.
But we are moving this or
No,
not?
I moved it
You moved it.
to the warmer side because it was warm, so I moved it to the left.
God, sorry.
Well, this was stupid. I should have, on my commute, moved my black figure or a pet at least. Well, there's no hab, though. It blew up. So now that the climate change damaged my electric rocket, I can no longer bomb the aliens.
Yes. We have to build something here.
Yeah. Did you have something to do with the weather?
Something to do with the weather.
I pray to my fish god and listen.
You threw him a few fish heads?
Exactly, exactly.
Let's see. So it's Lucas's turn?
Yep. And I don't know what to do, to be honest. Oh, just a second. If you allow me to mine the beryllium,
Yeah.
either I will on the next turn build something there, or pass you the beryllium and you will bomb you no, or we pass you beryllium and you can build, or no, you have you have not beryllium, so I can pass beryllium. Yes, I can, because it is a mining crematir, and I have, yeah, if I will choose this leader, so you have to agree to move this beryllium.
Now, technically, Lucas, if you
Mhm.
wanted to, you could, since this Zeppelin is yours, you could, if you wanted to, deactivate it and gain another beryllium. I don't know if that's useful for you or not.
But do we still want to bomb the fishes?
Well, it depends on if they're winning.
Mm,
If they're not winning, then we should try to bomb each other, but we can't because we're not at war with each other. Um, the are the fishes ahead?
I think
God, it's hard to
I don't
say.
think so. I don't think
yeah,
so.
intuitively I don't think so, but I didn't count it.
Well, it's between the fish and you, Lucas, because you guys have cities. I don't.
Mhm.
Um,
And
and I'd have to.
please, sorry.
So I was thinking of trying to bomb and hoping to hit the city. Um, but in order to bomb, we need to have the robotics, which is going to be costly.
I
Um,
think Łukasz, you are winning, and you should just move victory condition to this with the car to the, trigger the end game because you
I,
have the most buildings.
I thought the car was already triggered.
But you can move it, right?
Oh, yeah, if you have education, you could advance it.
On wheel. Oh, okay. So I can freely use because it is anarchy and I'm not using anything.
Correct.
Okay. So I can do it twice because I have two figures.
Correct.
I'm doing it. Ah, no. Can I do one for car and second for Neos Finsec? Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. Sure, you can do that.
I'm doing it. Okay, it was my turn. Thank you, Marcin. But
Now, did you want to move the heart?
I do not want to move the heart.
All right. Um, oh my God. Well, on my turn, I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to advance the crusade by 2.
Oh,
That's interesting.
And I get to move the heart by 1, and I'll move the heart to here.
Yep. So my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just using this one and moving it here, and I cannot do anything more. So I guess we have the end game
I
trigger.
guess we do.
So those
ah,
the events also triggers.
The event, the first thing that triggers is the end game, and so the events are unimportant.
Okay.
oh my god. Oh, okay, I
Yeah, you
didn't
were
understood
tricked.
well. Yeah, yeah, I was tricked. Okay,
Okay, so what does the score looks like now?
All right, so we're going to start with Lucas. So I'm going to ask you first of all, since it's Crusade, and your secret guild is Triangle. What triangle is farthest from the center? It looks like your triangle there.
yeah,
Yeah, 3.
So we're going to give you 3 points for that, right?
yep.
Then we have one VP for every figure and infrastructure, and these are only yours, not your pets. So how many figures do you have?
Two and one dome.
So
Okay,
3.
we're just counting. We're just counting your figures right now, not the
Okay.
domes. Oh,
Okay.
okay. You're and one infrastructure too, right?
Well, the vehicles also. So it's like 3 vehicles, 1 dome, and 2 meeples. So it's 6.
Vehicles also. Okay.
Yeah. So let's not count the dome now. I know it's confusing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know your figures, and the human figures on the map are how many for the. It looks
Two
like
figures.
2 figures. Now, how many of your vehicles and habs were built with your money?
One, two,
3.
three,
All right. So far you've got
8.
8 points.
8.
Now you also have how many delegates in your secret guild? And it looks like you've got 3. Is that
3.
right?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
it is 3.
That's tremendous. Okay.
And the
And
vault
then
also, right? It's 1.
yeah, so you get one more for that. And your secret revolution, is that going on right now?
No, it's
It is.
no.
It's going on.
It's going on because I thought it should be
No, no,
before end.
no.
As long as it's in the wheel.
Okay,
So we'll give you another point for that. And
And
okay.
then
delegates in your
what's your ideology?
Honor.
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 So
So you've
1.
got one delegate in honor, so we'll give you another point for that. So if I added this correctly, it's 9, 10,
14.
11, 12, 13, 14. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
Phil, your turn.
yeah. Now, how many guys do I have? I have,
Reputation, first reputation maybe.
oh,
So
first reputation.
1. It seems like 1. Right? Because your black and white are 1 away from the anarchy.
My secret society is triangles, so I have 3. This is the best triangle.
Ah, so it's not your, it's anyone's. Okay.
Anyone.
Anyone,
Yes. Yes. You thought about it. Yes.
because this is the we're just talking our secret society. We don't care about species here.
Okay.
Anyway, all
3.
right. Then,
How many
and I've got,
meeples? 1 meeple, right?
no, I
Two.
have
2
2 at
meeples. 2
least.
meeples. 2 meeples.
Come on, someone else add up my points.
ah,
How many
3.
vehicles?
3.
3 vehicles.
All right. Then, delegates of my secret guild
It's
is
3.
3. And treasury of my secret guild is 1.
Yeah.
And my secret revolution was the fish war, which is still ongoing.
Plus 1.
And then delegates in my ideology, which is freedom, is 2.
Oh, so 15.
15. Oh,
So
oh. All right, Marcin, what do you got?
I got 3 plus.
that's why you asked if I. Yes, understood now. Okay.
1, 2, 3 plus 2.
No, wait, Marcin. I have to, because I'm trying to keep track of this,
Oh,
I
sorry.
have to
Okay.
ask your reputation first.
Reputation is 3.
All
Then
right.
I have 2 figures,
Figures?
3 buildings.
Yes.
Then there is only 1 jar.
All right.
Then there is what else? 0 in the vault of mine, and there is 2 in the Unity, and 1 ongoing war, which was also my secret war.
12.
It's 12.
All right. So I count 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for Wampum Boy.
Mm.
That is true.